What is going on, boys and girls? It is your boy, Temporary Citizen. Today, Indian FTR1200. Let's jump on. Alrighty gang, the Indian FTR1200. What an absolutely gorgeous bike this monster of a machine is. And it belongs to at FTR Down Under on Instagram. Go check him out. God, you're so far forward on this. Woo. Alrighty, boys and girls, the FTR1200. So now that we're finished on the freeway, I can tell you something, and that is that this thing bloody pulls. Alright, so you can be sitting on the highway, 100, 110, 6th gear, alright, and you just let it rip and it'll bloody send it. Right now, this FTR is rocking an exhaust. It's had a full tune to go with it. I put the name of who tuned it up on the screen. Yeah, and it's bloody sick. So I've ridden this bike before, but it is a lot smoother now. And the first time I filmed this review, didn't really get to hit any fun, fast roads. So we're hitting a few more of them today. Get to see what it's like out of second gear, and would you believe it? The 1200 V-twin has got some bloody torque. So I've just spent an hour on the SV, and this thing is ridiculous coming off of that. But with the engine twice the size or thereabouts, what do you expect? So another thing that I had completely forgotten, this seat is amazing. It is so comfortable. The way that it holds your bottom, oh, it's like a nice little grab. Woo! This thing's nuts. You just give it a bit of gas, and for such a big heavy bike, you can just feel that front end getting loose. So you get a little bit of heavy steering going on, and then bloody woo! It is dangerously torquey because it's so inviting. It's so big and heavy. You're like, yeah, I can give it. It's not a small squirrely bike, and then you get it under power and it's just whooshka. It's good. These things are sick. So obviously they're a gorgeous looking bike, right? And if you know me at all, you'll know that I absolutely froth over the rally spec version of this bike. So Indian, if you're watching, hit me up. I will say some very nice things about your motorcycles with not a lot of twisting of the arm required. That is for sure. But yeah, this oh yeah, lovely. Leans in. It's just so steady in a corner. You got all that weight. It's also, it feels like the front of the bike is really short. So for being an upright naked bike with big wide handlebars, you're still really, it feels like you're really far over that front wheel, which just gives you that sort of motardy confidence. Yeah, oh, you can just feel it wanting to wind out, coming out. So pretty pretty basic setup, what you've got controls wise. I will give you the one negative thing that I felt about the bike, and it's just that this indicator cancel doesn't, it's not a satisfying click for cancel. But you know, there's gonna be a negative on something. But yeah, pretty basic controls. Speedo, you just got your little idiot lights, and then obviously your speed. There's no tacho, you don't really need it. Doesn't matter what, it gives you a gear indicator, but it doesn't matter what gear you're in. Just twist on the throttle and it'll pull you out, it'll pull you off. It's got braided lines, which is always a sick time, and it's got twin discs on the front, giving you ample stopping power for such a beastly 1200. Now it is a big bike, so if you're a small person, it probably won't be the best thing to handle. I think on the newer ones they might have dropped the height a little bit, the 2021 maybe, but that's actually a negative to me. I like them tall, boys. Oh yeah, delicious sounding with that exhaust on as well. And mind you, it's not quite as loud as the SV with the high mount shitty eBay SC Project knockoff can. But yeah, this is a quality bike, man. You can also pick them up for fairly cheap. Like, they are not as expensive as you would think. I think maybe like a spec'd out one brand new is in the 20s, which is not bad, and then you find them used for I've seen them used almost new off the shelf demos for like 12, which is a sick price. That's XSR money, baby, and I fit on it. Now like every other bike in existence, my knees go way too far on the tank, so this has got tank pads as well, which help your grip. But yeah, if I'm sitting comfortably in the seat, I'm going way up. I'll put some footage up now of what I look like as a 6'7" male sitting on this motorcycle, weighing in at 120 kilos. So I'm a big unit, and this is a big unit of a bike. That is for sure. Game recognises game, and big rigs recognise big rigs. But yeah, it's a real nice bike to ride. It's just a quality package. Now it's got, I don't know what the tyres are, but the tyres that come on this, maybe it's, yeah, they look cool. They're very similar to the Pirelli MT60s I've got on the SV. So it means that they can have a little bit of, they can handle a little bit of gravel fun, which is always good, especially if you're picking up the rally version. But yeah, so you got clock, you got speedo. Oh yeah, so you got your tacho there. I think you cycle through the menu with this. Yeah, you do. So you cycle through the menu on there with this little finger gun. And we've got it sitting on the rippum. Yeah, it's also full LED indicators all around. It's got a nice looking headlight. It's just a well put together bike. It's got a cool little, you know, like the mudguardy, what do they call them? The plate bracket coming off of the rear mudguard. So now we'll see how she goes at a bit slower speeds. So it should be a bit smoother than the last time I was on it, and it does indeed feel a bit smoother, which is good. They do get quite hot, these bikes. I think it's because you're sitting on, because they're a big engine, you know, they get hot. at slower speeds. They're not designed to be going around, putting around at slower speeds. But in the winter, on a cold day like today, that's actually pretty nice. Yeah, so still a little bit lumpy cruising around in first, but definitely a lot smoother with that tune. So today's video is taking place in the wonderful city of Geelong. A few nice little roads. Oh yeah, that is a lovely 60km/h corner. Yeah, so this thing nice, man. These are quality. It is always dangerous jumping on bikes like this because it can end up being very expensive for my pocket. That is for sure. A lovely view of the bay here. And I'm not talking about the SV. And then a bit of the smaller stuff. Once again, it's like if you're just riding through the city commuting, I can't imagine this being the best bike. You know, it's quite wide with its handlebars, it's heavy, it gets hot going slow. But if you're a weekend warrior, for sure something like this will look absolutely gorgeous parked at the pub. And it'll also perform very well. Oh baby. But yeah, I do like these handlebars. They feel good. Like the width of it. It just gives you so much maneuverability. Which is handy on a bike like this, you know, the bigger leverage you can have, the better. And also, like, I've got pretty broad shoulders, so it's nice having it in a comfortable position as opposed to squeezing my boobies together a bit. So yeah, if you are considering buying an Indian FTR1200, let me just tell you that my genuine honest opinion, which unfortunately is not sponsored by Indian Motorcycles, but I'm open for that, is a big emphatic hell yeah, do it. The more of these things on the road, the better, because the more potential there is for me to pick up an absolute deal. But then again, I can't imagine why you'd want to get rid of a bike like this, because there's not something that you could move on to from this. Like I don't know where you'd go. I don't know where you would go from this. But yeah, God, love this detailing. Love the detailing here. Apparently they're pretty easy to tune and set up and all that, so check out the dudes that tune this one. Put them up on the screen again below. Give future me more work like an asshole. But yeah, oh yeah, you feel a little bit of that warmth coming through, and it is lovely. It's like a heated seat, except it's just a warm bike. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. FTR1200, Indian, you have done a bloody ripper job, because this thing is mwah, chef's kiss. I love it. Oh baby, it just looks so good. Now the weird thing is, right, so obviously super into scramblers, right? Love a scrambler, and I love the aesthetic of like an army green bike, a brown seat as a scrambler. That is everything I want. And yet I saw one of these for sale in WA with an army green paint job, rally spec, brown seat, and I didn't like it. I think it may have just been some bad photos, but let me just say, absolute amazing bike. Seriously, if you're considering one, get one. I love it. And I've been Temp Sits, and you guys have been gorgeous. Temp Sits out. Peace.